What's up, guys? This is my first Maschine tutorial, so I hope you enjoy it and I hope I can teach you a little something about Maschine. So what this tutorial is about is how to load up your exported WAV files onto pads so that you can play them live if you have a gig. It's an easy way to do it, to play a bunch of beats at once without having to stop and load up a new project. Now, the first thing you want to do is make sure your browser is visible here and go to Files. Now, you need to locate the file that holds your exported files. So I'm using Windows. In Windows, it's in my computer, Native Instruments, Maschine 2 exports. So now you see I've got all of these WAV files here. These are already exported full beats. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start loading these beats onto pads. I've got an empty group here. I have all empty sounds. And I'm going to take this beat and I'm simply going to drag it onto sound 1. Now, if I play this beat now by tapping this pad, boom, it's there. It's simple. If I go to sampler here, I can see that the whole WAV file is loaded up. Okay, now the first thing you want to do when you drop a pad in here is change the polyphony to 1, and then you would change the choke group also to choke group 1. So I'm going to hit pad mode here, or if I go here on the software, I can see I got choke group right here. I can change it to 1. Also, I can do it by hitting pad mode here and changing the choke group to 1. Now, what I'm going to do to make this beat stop is I'm going to set pad 16 as my master choke. So every time I hit pad 16, anything that's playing will stop playing. So if I start playing this beat and I want it to stop, pad 16, that's my choke group that has no sound loaded on it. It's just on the same choke group. So every time I want everything to stop playing, I'll hit that pad. Okay? So now we can go ahead and start loading up other beats onto other pads. Okay, I'm going to pull this one, drag it and drop it into 2. Go ahead, set the choke group to 1, set the polyphony to 1, and I'll load up another one on pad 3. I'm going to do it on the hardware this time. Choke group to 1, polyphony, I just hit plug in, and I got it on sound, sampler, and that's where you'll find the polyphony. We'll set that to 1. Okay, so now I got 3 beats loaded up, and I have my choke group mastered in 16. So the thing is to kind of try to get beats that have a similar vibe, tempo loaded up in each row. That way you can just roll into another beat smoothly. On beat. And then whenever you want everything to stop, boom. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to load up another beat onto 4. I'm going to go ahead and set our choke group and polyphony. Then I'm going to load up another one up in pad number 5. All right. Go ahead, set the choke group, set the polyphony. Well, for whatever reason, this one loaded up as an audio. So I'm going to go ahead and hit internal and go to sampler mode. There we go. So I can go ahead and set that to 1, and the choke group was on 1. Now, for this next row, I would pick 4 beats with kind of a different vibe. Maybe I need to up the tempo a little bit. So I'll put 4 up-tempo beats or lower tempo beats or whatever, and then I'll just change the color of them and start matching the colors up. So while I'm playing beats live, I'll know that which beats are kind of a similar style just by the color coding. So I got this kind of Sade-ish vibe beat right here. So then I would load up 3 more beats similar to this, put the color to red, and then if I need to choke them out, Boom. Do the same thing here. Choke group 1, polyphony 1. Then I'm gonna change the color to red. And there we go. It's pretty simple. It's very simple. Actually, once you learn how to do this, you can easily go to a gig, set up. Once you save this project, all of those WAV files will be saved onto here with all of the settings that you want and need. And you can literally just come, set up, plug in, start tapping out pads and playing your beats. So it's kind of like DJing, but you're DJing with your own beats inside Maschine. And the cool thing about it is you can load up another group here with another 15 beats and just keep loading up groups with beats and just keep going until your CPU can't handle it anymore, I guess. But right now, if I load up all of these pads, the CPU will barely even budge. You know, it's an easier way because you're not loading up a bunch of effects and stuff, because the effects have already been saved into the WAV file when you exported it. Now, you still can drop some effects in here that you can use with some automation, drop some macros in there, performance effects, and use all of that while you're playing your beats live. And, you know, that'll bump up the CPU a little bit, but I think you should still have plenty of CPU to play around with it and get really creative. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I hope this was a good tutorial. I hope you learned something. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you liked the video and if you have any advice for me or for the rest of the viewers about how we can make this a little easier or something that works a little better. Anyway, subscribe, like, do all of that. I'll come back with more tutorials in the future. Thank you for watching. Peace.